rolling now.
Oh, we good?
Yeah.
Our people are not interested in knowing that they're going to be the standard of greatness, man. That's not what our people are interested in. Our people are about all type of vanity and wickedness. All right, our people are all about being squalid. Our people are all about being hood rich. You know what I'm saying? They desire the meager accommodations of Babylon. Okay, the shit that lacks in quality and quantity. Okay, our people, man, they don't desire nothing more. You know what I'm saying? And then as a result, they want to bring everybody else down to that base ass level. I know you've heard this term before, crab in a bucket. That's our people, man. We all about bringing each other down to that meager, low state of thinking. This is why the scriptures even tell you to get away from a man when thou perceiveth that he haveth no wisdom. Okay? Go ahead, Doctor. You got it.
So Isaiah 62:11, behold, the Lord hath proclaimed unto the end of the world, saying, ye to the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh, behold, his reward is with him, and his works before him. And they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord, and thou shalt be called sought out, a city not forsaken. And that's talking about, Israel, Jerusalem, that's the people before a place. That's talking about the restoration of the nation of Israel, because, contrary to popular belief, like, the sign, yeah, we're going to be restored. The Lord is going to deliver us from this current state that we're living in right now. And as we serve, the Esau, the so-called white man, the Most High is going to raise us up, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to a state where you're above your oppressors, which our people, they can't seem to get that through their head, but, because we have a slave mentality, but the Lord is going to reward us with a ruling class mentality.
Exactly. And those...
We got practice that. I'm like, please don't come over here. Right. Yo, he carrying dogs like this. This nigga's great.
This man fucked all the way up. These demons just getting the shit out of him.
It says, so like, that's pretty much for that. But so like, I'm gonna read it again. Verse 12, and they shall call them the holy people. Who's the holy people? The holy people is none other than the Israelites. The redeemed of the Lord, and thou shalt be called sought out, a city not forsaken, because the Lord didn't forsake us, In spite of everything that we did, the Most High never 100% forsook us. He might have put us under the curses, put us under our enemies, but he never turned his back on us 100%.
Good. Well, when you look into the Apocrypha, what did the Lord say? The Lord said he put us in this condition not for our destruction, but because we moved him unto wrath. That's the only reason we're in this position, because we moved the Lord unto wrath by walking away from the standards of the Lord, the standards that he gave us, the standards of being a holy people. What does the word holy mean again? It means separate. We're better than everybody. This is by the word of the Lord himself. As a people, we are better than everybody. We're better than the so-called white man. We're better than the so-called Chinese man. We're better than the so-called Africans. We're better than all these other nations on the face of this planet. That is by the word of the Lord himself. All right? Oh yeah, cut. That was funny though. You got it out there. That was funny though.
I was about to be like, yo, I packed the camera.
God, hey, you know what's funny? What was going through my head was the scripture. What was going through my head was the scripture where Moses slew the Egyptian, and then when he came back to the the Israelite brother, he said, "Well, thou slay me because as thou slayest that Egyptian." That's the attitude he had. You know what I'm saying? That nigga. That's our people, man. He saw it like that, and that's ill. Really and truly, that's really our people, man. The brother slew a heathen and saved you, right? But you gonna jump on another brother. And when the brother came to correct you and say, yo, we all the same people, why is you jumping on us for it? He gonna say, what, you gonna slave me like you slew the Egyptian, as if he was one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's our people. We'll kill soldiers in our own army and then call ourselves being the shit. Like crabs in a bucket, man. But the Lord is gonna eliminate niggas like that. Okay? Yeah, doctor, you got that.
So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. And it's talking about a spiritual ear, not an understanding. Because, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right here. The patience and the faith of the saints. He that killeth with the read that again.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And who led our people into captivity? You, I think I got it.
Actually, that one of the signs that didn't charge this as well. No, but I think I got the wrong one. Oh, okay. Actually, that's... That was like I said.
Yeah, so it said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And as you can see, that's a picture of Israelite man being put in holes of slave ships, where the so-called white man, like this is when I was in college or whatever, he was one of the college professors was talking about, the names of the beers and all liquors and shit together. It's like you got Colt 45, weapon of choice is killing black on black crime. You got the old English 800 because they used to stuff the slave ships so tight that you wouldn't be able to move, because they knew that the majority of them, by the time they get the middle passage, when they would get to America, they wouldn't be this motherfucker across the street. Well, he parked up and came back to his. So the slave ships, they were so packed that only a certain amount was going to be able to make it in the slave ships. You know what I mean? Or make it through the middle passage. So that's an example of wickedness in the so-called white man right there. You gotta. When you watch movies like Goodbye Uncle Tom and Dingo Drum, Homicide, 12 Years a Slave, Django Unchained. The list goes on and on and on. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But you see the wickedness. Like my woman, she watched this show called it was this movie about sex trafficking and shit, right? But it was about women. And it was an instance where the one, it's like a legal, enterprise or whatever that goes on. But the one dude was telling him about him, he was trying to tell him he shouldn't feel remorse about selling flesh and all this. He was like, our people have been doing this for hundreds of years. And it's like, he was telling him, like, you should take pride in it and all this shit like that. I'm like, wow. I'm telling my woman, like, yo, you keep what he was saying just there? I'm like, wow. That's crazy.
But our women don't give a fuck. And that's the fucked up part about it. Like, you saw what I just saw, right? Walking down the street there.
I was trying to pay attention.
They don't give a hell. Yo, man, hey. It's like we always keep saying, at the very end of the day, man, this truth is only for sons. Yo. That's it. The scriptures say, oh man, I have called, not woman. All right? This word is not for women. Go ahead and bring that out.
So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Yep. So, like I said, who led our people into captivity? The so-called white man, slavery. So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So the Bible does prophesize about, cause and effect, recompense, a reward for a punishment, for a wicked act. You know what I'm saying? That's not, this is a scripture that they definitely want to bring out in the Black Christian church.
And then also remember, this dude right here is a Satan worshiper. And that's another thing too. You got to understand. All the other nations had a hand in enslaving us as well. All right. I remember. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. You made a statement about the rich man and Lazarus. where it talked about the dogs came and licked up the sores. Yeah, that's the other nations, man. These other nations, actually, I heard that from the elder apostle Gabar too, you know. But that's
It was like just some kind of protest or some shit.
I have no idea what the hell this is. Just
No, it looks like they're escorting somebody.
what?
No, it's some type. They're escorting somebody.
Escorting. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I mean, and all you other nations that had a hand in enslaving us, you're gonna get it just as bad, if not worse. You're still gonna get it just the same. All the nobles of the nations that had a hand in enslaving the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, you're also going to share the same fate Esau is going to share. Save that you won't be destroyed. All right. Esau is going to be wiped clean off the face of this earth. But you other nations, you're going to be tributaries unto us forever. All right.
It's Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
And who are the saints? The Lord's chosen people, his elect of his chosen, okay? We are the saints. The ones of us that's out here on the highways and byways, the ones of us that have been changed by the truth and wants to help, all right, and wants to help the prophets, those out here that believe, those are the saints, okay? We are patiently waiting for the downfall of this setup, for the downfall of this devil, okay? Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Like, we had to talk, like, all right, we're gonna talk every house. No. So I'm like, yo, oh, you want
There's a lot of confusion going on out here.
Yeah, I thought they was following that crowd. That would see that crowd.
So Isaiah chapter 14 verse 2. It said, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, which is talking about the 12 tribes. That's the progenitor or the forefather of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. It said, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. He was going to choose Israel because Israel is the Lord's chosen people, not any other nation. The people can receive salvation except the Israelites. It says, and set them in their land, in their own land, which is talking about our homeland, you know, which you know that land's gonna be purified, and the Lord's gonna give us our own land.
Yeah, Israel's gonna get hit with missiles too, definitely. All right.
Yeah, they had
Remember that article I sent y'all about yeah, it was like some feminist protest or something in Tel Aviv, Israel.
Oh yeah, kind. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That I think it was another offshoot of that dumbass Me Too movement bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or slut walk. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
That's what the fuck that was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes. What? Man.
It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Israel. And that word strangers in the Hebrew is gar, which is talking about, you know, the Israelite foreigners.
Yep. The stranger. Yeah, exactly.
Alien, sojourner, stranger, which, you know, the word gar, which is Hebrew 16:16, is talking about Israelites, but the word in the car is talking about, you know,
natural
stranger. Yeah. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. I mean, this is a scripture that totally cuts, you know what I mean, anything that, you know, that they'll try and come with you know, God loves everybody, or, you know, the salvation. This is salvation, straight up salvation scripture. Yeah, I was supposed to fix his drain.
That's the
My mom's tenant.
Oh shit.
He see me though, he just walk right by.
Hey, but the Lord hears his face. That's why. That's Guess what? That's exactly what happened.
Because I pushed off the job and stuff. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, if you knew he was, I bet you would have came over to dance.
Yo, I thought he was coming.
Yeah, a little funny. Yeah. Now you have to swear.
I ain't really want to be in there anyway.
So anyway, Shalaki, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were,
There you go.
and they shall rule over their oppressors. So
They
it's
shall-
talking about all, these people that led our people into captivity. It said that we would take them captive, whose captives we were. And it said that we will rule over our oppressor, not, take an L, accept defeat, let bygones be bygones.
Thank you.
It says that we would rule over our oppressors.
We will, right. What does it mean to rule over your oppressor, okay? That means you're going to put them in slave. They're going to be under you.
No, not like you gonna have employees and shit that
Yeah,
work for you. Because
God.
I mean, the word employee is basically like a slave, but
And
what I'm
it's-
saying, it's not in this kingdom. You know what I mean? They're not in our kingdom. They're not gonna have like rights and all that type of
Fuck
shit.
no. No. Hey, and the scriptures even tell you we will seek out men of continual employment.
Yeah, like
Showing-
they're not gonna be able to take us to HR and go up the chain of command.
Yeah,
and be
fuck
like,
no.
they're gonna take us to court and
Nah.
discrimination. And
Like, hey,
all this
the
type of
apostles and elders said this too. They said, listen, a lot of these fucking Edomites are going to be living in holes in the ground. They're not going to be given any accommodation, but they're going to be expected to do what the fuck it is that they're supposed to do. They're going to be reaping our crops. They're going to be, they're basically going to be plowing our fields, tending to our animals. Pick that cotton, boy. That's basically gonna be us against these damn Edomites.
Just like how, remember that movie, the Django Unchained, how he had the woman in the hole, remember, in the box in the ground,
Hun.
and they just kept him there as like a punishment.
As a punny, yeah, and it was hot in that joint. It was, man, I'm surprised the poor thing didn't fucking deteriorate from dehydration. Boy, I tell you. But we're gonna be doing these Edomites dirty. And then on top of that, we're gonna have spiritual power. Alright? We're gonna have spiritual power. You heard me right. The so-called black man is gonna have spiritual power. Okay? The Lord is going to give us the power, like the scriptures say, thou shalt have power to tread upon scorpions. Okay? We're going to have spiritual power, which means we're going to be unstoppable in the kingdom, man. All these crazy TV shows like Dragon Ball Z and the Avengers and all these that's Jake, basically. You might as well say. We're going to be on that level with it. Yahawashi said in the scriptures, thou shalt be able to do that which I can do, and thou shalt do the works that I do, and even greater works. All right.
So Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
That's right. And that is a promise from the Lord. You will be given rest, okay? And that's going to happen when the principalities of this earth are taken down, okay?
No, 12 minutes.
All right.
12 minutes on the third video.
All right.
It says, that thou shouldest take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Which is talking about the wicked rulers. The Lord, is talking about Yahawah Sham Yahawashi, is going to break the staff of the rulers. We're talking about Esau, Babylon. How it says, how has the oppressor ceased? That's what our people is going to be realizing in that day when Babylon, which is America, is thrown down by the thermonuclear destruction. You're going to be wondering how have the oppressor ceased?
Right there. That's how. This is how the oppressor is going to be ceased, okay? With that thermonuclear fire. The scriptures say that the world passing away in these times are going to be reserved unto fire. And that's that fire that's going to basically do away with America, all right? And all these other principalities on the earth in some way, shape, or form, okay? This is how Israel is going to be cleansed. All those rats that sit on land right now calling themselves Israelis, that say that they're the two people of the Lord, they're going to be wiped out by this. Okay? And there's going to be no such thing as a kibbutz in this time. You remember the kibbutz? When they was bringing grass and shit into the land to try to basically spruce it up, freshen it up. Yeah. The kibbutz.
Yo, my carbon teacher used to live on it. I thought he was saying kibbutz.
No, it's the kibbutz.
They used to work as like a community and everybody, you know, if you work there, you get food and all that stuff.
Yeah. The land is not yielding its full resources into them, right? You know what I mean? So they had to, man, I'll tell you. But that's going to be that fire that's going to cleanse this earth, man. America is going to be 100% desert, okay? By these thermonuclear missiles, all right? These ICBMs.
So it says, it's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And that's a command by the Most High. He said to slay them. He said to prepare slaughter for them.
I made the sign, but I started running out of ink for this stuff.
In any case, let's just still expound on the point, basically. Yeah. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of his fathers. Showing you that there's no, so that totally cuts that, oh, it's in the past. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was in the past. We don't do that no more. We don't believe in that. The Lord never forgot. Okay? The Lord never forgot that. You understand? The Most High never forgot the destruction that you brought upon our people. The Lord never forgot how proud you devils were when you took us down. All right? The Most High did not forget about that. And so guess what? Let's read that scripture again if you can.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and sons and nephews, saith the Lord.
Yep. He will cut off the remnants of the name. That's how much destruction is coming upon this place, man. The name of Babylon is going to be cut out of the history books, so to speak. All right? It's going to be as if this place never existed. All right? So the Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, man. And who was that talking about? First and foremost, that's talking about Esau. All right? That's talking about the so-called white man. The Lord never forgot. And the Lord don't want us to forget. The fact the Lord said, once again, in the book of Isaiah, read that one more time. This is what the Lord said. He commanded us to do it.
It says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son of nephews, saith the Lord.
See, that's it. At the end of the day. All right? He said, you will rise up against Babylon, okay? And he commanded us to do what? He commanded us to prepare slaughter. Okay? Bottom line. It is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you. That's what the scriptures say. Alright?
You're right.
No.
No, he told you listen to it. I would never.
Yeah, of course. He's an effeminate man.
Yo,
What can I say?
I started to say something. I'm like, no.
He's an effeminate man. You see, effeminate men are. That's why the scriptures tell you that effeminate men will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You see what I'm saying? That guy's effeminate. The Lord has no use for him.
Yeah, he said he would never do this, but yet you walk up and down the street with your woman smoking cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, that's a bitch. That's a bitch made nigga right there. He probably was raised by his mom. And that's the only influence he had in his life. Raised up underneath their mothers.
Yeah, I mean that's why like we say. I mean, it may sound weird or strange to people, but that's why we talk about the thermonuclear destruction of Babylon, because our people is going to be destroyed. You know what I mean? Like the thermonuclear missiles is going to be like I'm trying to think what's an example. How it's going to basically disintegrate everything.
Like you had that movie, the Terminator 2.
Yeah, it's going to be like
Sarah Connor was on a fucking chain fence, shaking it. Then the missiles came down and everything evaporated, man, including her. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be, man. That's exactly how it's gonna be. And like the scriptures say, no stone shall stand upon another. That's how bad this place is gonna be eviscerated, man. It's gonna be so bad. It's like when you go up. If you was to go up into space and look at the Earth after the missiles hit America, you would never think that buildings existed here. Let's put it that way.
570 meters, probably less now.
So the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 2.
Yeah. Romans 14 and 2. Get that. Like it.
I'm like, well, who name on the registration? Oh, I was gonna go down here. How you gonna go down here?
I'm sorry, Romans 14 and 12. It says, I'll start at 11. It says, for it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahawah. So then every one of us shall give account of himself to Yahawah. Yes. Yeah, so it's saying every knee shall bow. Yeah, I was telling them at my woman's aunt's funeral, they were singing this gospel song. I'm like, damn, bro, that sounds familiar. So I showed her the scriptures. I'm like, yeah, every knee shall bow.
Knee shall bow, yeah.
So it says, for it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahawah. So every one of us shall give account of himself to Yahawah. Basically, like we talk about accountability. And I mean, the Most High is going to hold our people accountable, the nation of Israel, accountable for what they've done. And also the other nations, let me say that too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to just get off scot-free or whatever.
Hey, the time of Jacob's trouble is coming, man. The time of Jacob's trouble is close at hand. And there's going to be a lot of death. A lot of death. We ain't seen nothing yet. What's coming is going to be upon biblical proportions. There will be no law enforcement on this earth that's going to be able to stop what the Lord's getting ready to bring about. Man,
This is on the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. This is a scripture going about, what that guy said or whatever. Which, I just want to bring this out just to prove a point. He's not really that important, but this is Matthew 12 and 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So you know how that dude said, he told his woman as he's walking by looking at us, he said, I would never do that. So the Most High is going to hold that dude accountable because that was speaking an idle word. What's an idle word? A word that goes against the Bible. He was basically speaking against us, trying to clown us or whatever. You know what I mean? We out here basically showing integrity by, the acts that we're doing. We're showing integrity by, the things that we're out here basically doing. So it says,
well, even more than that, we're showing faith. All right. The scriptures say that they hate them that speaketh in the gate. See, we're out here with the understanding of the fact that we're going to be hated for what we're doing. All right. But that weak-willed nigga that said what he said there, you know what I'm saying? What is he? You know what I'm saying? He's an imp. He's not even important. Like the brother just said, man.
Me, simp.
A simp. Yeah, kind of.
I think you said imp.
Yeah, that nigga wasn't important. Yeah, that right there was a weak little dude. That was basically part of the That was basically part of the part. That was basically part of the chaff. You know what I'm saying? You got the chaff and the wheat. That was the chaff right there. Yeah,
It said, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
that's why Yahawashi told that wicked scribe, it is not that which goeth into a man that defileth the man, but what cometh out of the man that defileth the man, all right? It defileth him because he has to give account in the end, when it's time for him to see his judgment then, you know?
Yeah, so